Hey friends, since we only have a few days left of the year, I did want to get you the materials I promised so you can finish your pillow. Just want you to make a choice starting now. Think about your design of your fish and the colors, because I have purple cut, I have blue, I have green, and I have orange. If you made a fish that has a lot of orange in it, I recommend you pick orange. I don't have enough blue for everybody, so you're going to have to make a decision as to what other color works best for you. I did get a little extra blue, but we do have the other colors to choose from. Okay, so this is the size of your paper or your fabric that I cut for you and that you painted on. So when you are working with your design, understand that it fits on top and backwards. Okay, so let me show you what I mean with that in a little while. We do need safety pins. I'll show you how to use those, and needle and thread. So I have a spool of thread for each color. So we're going to be sharing them among classes. So if you're doing this with your teacher in class, when you're done, you'll send it to the other classes that are working on it. We'll figure out a schedule. Each class will get 2 packs of needles. Okay, I ask that when you're not using them, that you would just go in and out like that on your project so that you don't lose your needle, because I don't have enough to give you a second one. There's 12 in a pack. Okay, so I need that one. These away. All right. So let's now take a peek at one of the projects. I just randomly grabbed one. I believe it's Madison Masher. So I picked orange for her. If she wants to change it, we'll have to cut the thread. But her fish does have a lot of orange, so it makes sense for her to pick orange. Okay, it fits on top just like that, but before you can do any sewing, you have to take all of the salt and rub it off of the project. Use the back of your nail, and you're just going to toss it into the garbage can. Okay, try not to get it all over your floor, and do not eat it, because it has paint on it. So you look at your hands, it'll turn color. All right, garbage. Then what I need you to do is very carefully take off the tape from your project, and the best way to do it is to gently lift hand on your project and pull away from the middle. So you're lifting the tape, because you don't want to rip the fabric. Once you have a pulled thread, it's hard to fix it. Okay, so you can do that all the way around. Your drawing is going to go into the garbage, but your painting on your fabric is forever. Alright. I do recommend that you wash your hands before you move on to painting, because of course your paint is going to be all over your fingers. And I would not sleep with this pillow because of that reason. Your face will turn blue. Unless you want to look like a Smurf, I don't recommend you sleeping with it. Okay? If your fabric gets stuck, just give it a snip. Don't pull on it. Just like that. Okay. And that should be it. Oh, almost. You take your time. I'm going fast because of the video. I don't want the video to be too long. Okay? Snip wherever you have to. There you go. Madison, looks awesome. Okay? This goes in the garbage. I don't need it anymore. Alright, so now that I have my fish painting, well, not my fish painting, Madison's fish painting, this is the outside, this is the back. Okay, you see the difference? It's raised. When you do your sewing, you're going to be sewing it inside out. Okay, so you're going to take your fabric, you take your painting, and you flip it into or onto the color. It's inside out now. So what you need to do with your safety pins, I don't know if you've ever used a safety pin, but you need to learn how. Safety pin has metal that pushes into the head there. So you squeeze it and it goes in. I'll show you again. Squeeze and it opens. Okay, what I want you to do is look at the edge of your painting. You can see it. You can see where the tape was. Put the safety pin through both parts of your project. You're starting in the corner, okay, and then you push it back. And then you push it in and flatten it. I'll show you again. Go to the corner, okay, push it in, all the way through both, and back up. First step of sewing, you have to go through both. Flatten it out so that it doesn't wrinkle to all four corners. Okay. If you have, I just pulled off a piece of paper. There was paper on the back because it did stick. You just throw it out. Okay. You probably only need 4 safety pins. And then the next corner. And when you're done with your safety pins, please return them to me so that we can share them with another group. Okay, 4 works just fine for this one. Now, it's inside out. You're going to be sewing around, so you need a pocket, a place where you can open and put your fist in to stuff it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil, and at the edge of the painting, I'm going to make an X, like that. Let me get you closer. Like that. Make a little fist. Think about how big your fist is trying to stuff it with the filler. And put another X. So this is going to be your starting point. You're going to go all the way around. And you're going to stop at the other X. Okay? Alright, I'm going to pause here. Alright, part 2, sewing. So you get your needle, the color of your thread, and what you want to do is get enough thread so that you can do much of your project. So I use 2 arm lengths. Okay, 2 arm lengths to start. Cut it. Then you're going to take the end of your thread and put it through the eye. This is called the eye. Move that out of your way so you can see it. The eye of the needle. Put it right through. Now, since you're just learning how to sew, bring it through a few inches and then tie it like you're tying your shoes. Don't make a bow, just make a quick knot. So what you're going to do is going to crisscross, pull it through the loop, like that. If you want to do it a double, that's fine. One is good enough. Then you're going to go all the way to the other end. Now this is something my grandmother told me. She called this her messy knot. So you put the fabric or the thread on your finger. Okay. Like that. Hold it with your thumb. And you're just going to wrap it around your finger 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Then you're going to roll the thread off of your fingertip with your thumb. This makes a knot, believe it or not. And as you're rolling it, it's knotting it. And then you just give a gentle tug, like that. That's what you want to do. Okay? I'll show you again. Cut the end. Okay, again. Put it on your finger. Hold it with your thumb. Wrap it around your fingertip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to roll it off of the tip of your finger and pull it gently so that it makes the knot. Okay? Now that you have that, be careful that it doesn't knot in the middle. If it does, just cut it and get new thread. Okay, you're going to start here, and this messy knot is going to land there. So, go nice and slow. You're going to, for the first stitch, you're going to go all the way through and pull it gently, slowly. And as you're doing it, make sure that you're flattening out your thread so that it doesn't knot in the middle. Okay. it stops there. Okay? Now you're going to take your needle, and I want you to go back, you can feel it, go back through just a little bit further in, like that. Okay? And you're just going to pull it up. Okay? All right. So now what I want you to do, you can hold it in your hand. You open your fingers to hold it so that you don't lose the two as a sandwich. You're going to go in and out from this side. Okay? So you're going to go in. Hold on. Always get yourself ready before you make mistakes. And you're going along your painting line. In and back up. Keep your stitches in a straight line and as close as you can get it. Now, as you're pulling it, you'll see this loop. You don't want it to knot, so hold the loop as you're pulling it away, like that. And as you get better at this, you can do more stitches. This is called a straight stitch, very simple. So through and back up. Use your finger to push it. If you want to do more than one, I'll show you right now. Back, through, and then you come back up. But see how small the stitch is? Keep them close together. If you make big stitches, you're going to have to redo it because all your fiber fill will fall out. And sometimes it's hard to push with your fingers, so you can push it onto the table like that. These needles have very large heads, so they're kind of tricky sometimes to pull them through. Okay, now I pull it away from the fabric. Careful you don't get a knot. Flatten it out. And that's it. So you're going to go all the way around the shape of your pillow. Once you have only a few inches left, stop, ask your teacher to help you or let me know, but you just go through and pull it to make a knot, and then we'll start from that point and keep going around. Okay? Alright. So once you get to this point, I want you to come and visit me, and I'll give you your fiber fill. Okay? Have fun. I want to show you quick how to make the X so that you can cut your thread when you run out of thread. So what I'm basically going to do is sew an X. This is when you're running low on thread, if you only have a few inches. I'm just stopping here just to show you how. So I did that. Now I'm going to go across it on a diagonal. So it's going to make an X, right? Okay, you can crisscross it, back and forth, until you completely run out of thread. So you need about this much thread to do this. See how I made an X? See the X? Makes an X. And then you can cut it, and then you start again, but you have to do the messy knot to continue. Okay? I'm just going to continue for Madison. Alright, before you pack up your project, even if you're not finished, what I want you to do is to take your needle, go off the edge, go in and out like I showed you in the beginning of this video. Okay? Then you just fold it over. You can fold it twice if you'd like. Put it in a safe place, and then you can finish it. Okay? Have fun.